Okay. I want to thank you for being part of my podcast.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, this is gonna be my revamp of it. So you're my first guest of the
All
restart.
right.
Yes.
Oh, the
So
pressure.
yes,
Pressure.
no pressure. All right, like I stated earlier on our Facebook chat, this is just introduce yourself. Tell me about your page, your business, and
So I am Kimberly Smith Holyfield. I have two businesses. One, I have an accessory business for women that can be found on Facebook under Diva Smiles. And the second business that I run is more of a nonprofit business. It is Together We Heal, which is a collaboration of women from various walks of life just coming together to uplift each other. We do fun activities with each other as well as give back to the community. So we have events such as a major back to school drive. We've been doing that now for almost 5 years, I think. Last year, yeah, last school year, we gave away almost 200 book bags, and each book bag is filled with supplies.
okay,
So we do a block party style. We have hamburgers, hot dogs. We have community resource vendors that come out. So some therapy agencies. We've had Head Start, places like that to come out to give community resources. The year before last, we even had someone from the SNAP program come out and
okay.
sign people up. So we try to do different missions, like we adopt families for Christmas, we adopt families for Thanksgiving, and we do a homeless initiative. So a very powerful group of women.
Great. How can somebody reach out to you if they want to take part of it
Um,
or donate?
yeah, they can reach me on Facebook. They can send me a inbox or they can email me. My email address is mydivasmiles@gmail.com.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, well that's good. I mean, I know I'm part of the group, but I know y'all do a lot, and I've seen it, but I ain't know it was to that level. Well, that's good. That's
Oh,
good. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know the depth of everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people that work behind the scenes with donating, reaching out to resources. Like for example, for Thanksgiving, one of the group members, her aunt's church gives out turkeys every year.
Mm-hmm.
So she had posted that in the group, like if anybody wants a turkey, let me know. She signed them up. Of course, you had to go get the turkey or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but it's just different resources and stuff like that that we try to, get everybody to share so
Right.
that, everybody can benefit, even if it's not you yourself, maybe somebody might need one of the resources that we post.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I definitely I do share the stuff you post. I'm gonna start really sharing it more. Um, other question I was gonna ask you was oh, I also noticed that you all go out on like female dates together, like as a group
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
How those turn out for you?
I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The last one we did was the movies. That was the biggest. That was the biggest thing that we did together.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I love it because you get so much feedback, negative feedback about female groups. You know
Yes.
what I mean? I won't mention the group, but
Yeah.
everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows about an infamous group that was on Facebook. I don't know if it's still on there or not.
I think I'm about to check and
Um,
see.
but a lot of drama in that group. People was getting deleted or things like that. Was always something going on, always some type of gossip, and just some, real negative
Yeah.
things in that group. And so one of my biggest things was to keep the group small so that everybody would feel welcomed,
Yeah.
and open up and share. And then for us to, get together and know one another, because everybody doesn't have friends, or even somebody that has, the like minded, spirit that you have.
Right. Right. Group is the more drama. And I know about that group you're talking about, I think.
Yeah.
No words, no names. Yeah. And I'm going to check. Look, I'm going to check to see if it's still there, because it really should not be there. But I'm not speaking on that right now. But
Yeah,
yes,
you gotta find out.
yeah. But yeah. I suppose I went to that Color Purple premiere. I really wanted to, and I'm so sad that I wasn't able to make it. I wasn't able to make it. I was a little sad when I saw the pictures. I'm like, dang, I really wanted to go. But maybe next time. And I see y'all post about going out. I was like, I wish I could do it. It's only because I have some, medical issues, and I said I just rather just be comfortable in my own space and around other people sometimes.
I understand.
So maybe one day. I'm trying to get myself together. I wasn't going to the doctors, and I said this year I'm taking care of myself.
Yes, you have to.
Because it ain't hurting nobody but me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got you introduce yourself. So a topic you chose was mind your own sins. So this has been something on my mind for a long time, and the reason behind my podcast is because I always have deep discussions with everybody. And I said I gotta get this recorded. Like, come on, other people gotta say it, other people gotta see it, other people gotta put their comments on. So this is one of the subjects I have a lot with friends or people, or sometimes nobody, because I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to offend nobody. I have my beliefs. So I say now to people, mind your own sins. Because we all do something that we are not supposed to do. What makes you think that sin over there that they're doing, that you keep speaking on, is any better than your sins? So, I was thinking about the LBGTQRSNUY community. And that might have been offensive, but I don't know all the initials. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what they are, and I don't want to say because I don't want to say gay community. That might be offensive. I don't know what to say, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, negative and positive, or however you want to take it, have their opinions about it. They don't like it. They okay with it. They don't care. Me, I don't care. As long as you don't put your beliefs on me, do you? Because guess what? I have my sins. I mean, I don't really have a lot. I'm not trying to look I'm perfect, because I'm not perfect. I'm not God. But I try my best to live my life as good as possible. But I'm human, so I can't be perfect. So I'm not judging these people for what they do. It's not my business. Because I'm not walking them up to the pearly gates. Say, hey, God, can they get in, please? It's not my business. It's theirs. I'm coming up there with pleading my case of how good I try to be. So that's my opinion. Like, so what do you think about all that?
So I think with any when we talk about sin, right? I think you have to have the whole entire clarity on what sin is, right? Because people like to throw that word around, like they like to throw around religion, right? So you can have the debate on religion for forever with somebody, because there are so many different religions, right? And so it ultimately goes back to it's the greater purpose of it all, right? So everybody believes in a savior, whether or not they believe he's already come or not. You know what I mean? Like, that's up to debate, right?
Yes.
So for me, I look at it, and you have to really be a Bible reader.
Yes.
And really have gotten some good teaching behind this, to really accept the fact that there's no perfect person, right? And also in reading, there's many scriptures about not judging at all. Like,
Yes.
we do not have the authority to judge another person at all.
Right. Right.
So I think about the time where, and I'm not really sure where it is in the Bible, but the time that they wanted to stone the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And, God was like, okay, whoever has, no sin, cast the first stone. And nobody was able to cast the stone.
Right.
Nobody.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like, nobody.
Yep.
And so that is so powerful to me because it's like nobody in that whole little village town that they was in that wanted to, get her.
Right.
Couldn't get her.
Exactly. Exactly.
Couldn't get her. Because it's like, who is squeaky clean? Like, you have no spot, no nothing. You have not done anything.
Right.
And so it makes people like really realize, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm more like, even though, the Bible clearly talks about, sexuality and, things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And that's been my stance on that, like, who am I to tell you what not to do?
Right.
I can't.
Exactly.
Because
and if you do,
if we're not talking,
go ahead. If you do that, that's considered judging. And there's your sin.
Exactly. And I judge. Like, when I read that for myself, like, judge not. Like, okay, I can't judge.
Yep.
I mean, I can. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody can feel some type of way about it. So, yes, I can feel like it's wrong, right?
Right, right.
Or I could, like, oh my goodness, like, this goes against, God's word. But at the end of the day, I tell people this all the time. I don't have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in. And at the end of the day, nobody knows how the end is going to be. We don't know. Nobody has come back to anybody to say, listen, this is what happens.
Exactly. And I wish I could. Like, I really wish that if I ended my life, not me in my own life, but if my life was ended, I really wish I could come back and say, hey, y'all, look, this is what it is. I wish I could. And I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
But nobody, like, no, you don't hear no record of nobody ever, like, now you hear people say, oh, this person came back to visit me, right? Mm-hmm. Or I got a sign from this person, or I had a dream about this person. And, people have their own beliefs about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nobody has ever said that in the visitation, no matter how it came, that somebody came to them and said, listen, so this is what happened, right? So we don't know. It's speculation.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
I do.
I also that there's a lot of things omitted from the Bible.
Yeah.
Because there are things that they said, it's missing books, and it has been revised so many times, and whatever. So we really don't know what really was said. Nobody is alive from them times, right?
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying I don't believe the word of the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have an understanding for your own, and not just something that was just, preached and passed on and passed on. And so now this is just like, oh, well, this is what was said. Because a lot of times the stuff that was said when we were growing up was taught by uneducated people, illiterate. They couldn't even read. They was taking this word from their slave masters,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So I'm not discrediting anything. I'm just saying we really have to study the word, and know what it is. And I know from my own beliefs and interpretation of what it said. When I seen that judge not,
There you go. That was enough.
some stuff I won't even speak on because I'm like, it don't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Definitely. That's why before we started this conversation, I called you to make sure you knew what I was talking about. Because I understand that. Because you don't want to talk about certain things. Like, like I don't want to talk about gayness. I don't, because it's like, again, like I stated, I don't want to offend nobody. I
Right.
have gay friends. I have gay relatives, and it's like I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to offend nobody. I love you. I don't
Mm-hmm.
dislike you, not at all. And like
Mm-hmm.
that's just like saying I don't have any murderous family members, but if I did have one, if he or she was a good person and I loved him or her before they murdered somebody, I'm still gonna love them, but I'll be upset that they murdered somebody. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I might be a little bothered that you gay, but don't mean I don't love you. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same difference. You got your sin, I got mine. But
Mm-hmm.
that's your that's your pathway to where you going. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
do mine. So whatever you do, if you ask me, I'm gonna give you my opinion. But if you don't ask me, I ain't got nothing to say. I still love you though. I
Exactly.
still love you though.
Exactly. It's one of those things where, and I had this conversation with my daughters because we were talking about a certain situation, right? And I'm like, you know what? I can only tell you from the perspective of a mother how I would feel in this situation if this was my child. I'm like, but at the end of the day, after children become grown, right?
Hmm.
They make their own decisions. I mean, hey, some of them make their own decisions before they even grown. That's a whole other subject, right?
Hmm.
But when you're grown, I support you. You know, I have led you in a certain way, and if you decide to make these decisions, that is on you. Will I support it if it's wrong? No, but
Okay.
you're still my child or whatever. So, yeah, you go ahead and make whatever decisions that you're going to make, right?
Hmm.
Um, and the situation was a real, like, ooh, like I wonder how
Yeah.
she felt about that. And I'm like, you know what? As a parent, I'm telling you, she probably feels like she raised this child to the best of her ability. They know right from wrong. And at the end of the day, they decided to make this decision, which, could be a costly thing to their
Yeah.
livelihood. But at the end of the day, hey, that's their business. And as a mother, I'm going to tell you, it's some things that your children may do that you're like, I don't have no parts in this. I didn't raise you like this one, or this is not the plans that I had for you. But then hey, you gotta go back to, it's not our plan, it's what God's plan
Yep.
is for them. And if they decide to go left or right, it's just
Hmm.
our responsibility to continue to lift them and keep them in prayer while they going through, their prodigal child.
Right.
you know,
Hmm.
yeah. So I mean, that's where I am. I love people, and people often come to me and talk to me that I don't know. So I'm in a
Yeah.
grocery store, or when I was catching a bus, I would be on a bus stop or even on the bus, or just randomly in the line of work that I do. If I take a call and I'm doing a referral for our services or whatever, but people will literally open up and tell me so much about their lives and the things that they've done that I'm like, I'm surprised this person is like telling me all of this, right?
Yes.
But I
Yes.
can't judge you. I can't judge you.
Yeah.
I can't say, and it could be stuff. I mean, I have heard some of the most chilling things,
Mm.
right? And I'm like, ooh, that must be tough for you. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like to have to, you know, deal with this.
Right. Right.
I'm talking
Hmm.
about rounds, like doing all different types of things. I've worked with clients that have been, strippers or prostitutes, and oh, my baby daddy sell drugs, or you know what I mean, like. But
Yeah.
that's everybody has a path. Everybody has a
Yeah.
path.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. I know. about the Bible again. Do you think that people take verses in the Bible and try to make it benefit them?
Absolutely.
Like this is the biggest one in my family, and probably in a lot of black people families. Children, obey your parents, and your days will be long. That right there. I mean, I'm a parent now, okay, and I understand all that. Please obey me because I need it. But it's like you can't say you some parents you can't voice your opinion without it being disrespectful. But I'm not being disrespectful. To me, being disrespectful is cussing, yelling, disrespecting her, and calling her names. That's is
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful. But if you're giving them an opinion about what you think you don't want to do, or what think it don't look right, or like you're just giving your opinion about something you don't want to do or believe in, that's not disrespectful. I'm telling you how I feel. And some
Mm-hmm.
parents think that is disrespectful. So nowadays, I looked up in the Bible and read the verse after it
I'm about to say, it's that next verse that people omit.
all the time. I was like, did y'all not read that? Did you not read that?
Right. Urge your child to rest.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, and if I say that to an adult, I am an adult, so you know what I'm saying, an elder,
Mm-hmm.
am I gonna be called disrespectful again? You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't. Some elders,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm an elder. I mean, I'm not elder than my elders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
So like the elders, seem like you gotta realize, like I guess because they was told that all their lives, they want to throw it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't do that because it's like
Mm-hmm.
these days. I want to voice my opinion, and I allow my children to voice their opinion. If that's
Mm-hmm.
how they
I do
feel,
too.
if that's how they feel, why would I knock
Mm-hmm.
that? Like this doesn't make any sense. As long as they ain't cussing
Mm-hmm.
me out, yelling at me, tell me how you feel.
Mm-hmm. I was actually so the way that I was raised in a real Christian household. My dad was a deacon. We went to church every single Sunday, multiple services sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
My father actually became like the pastor's right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
My father was the transportation person, so he drove the church bus. Was always in church for Bible study, and then I was very active in church, so I always had rehearsal for something, right? Um, but my parents got along really really well, so I really didn't even see my parents like argue. I got sent down the street.
Mm-hmm.
My mother always believed in right and wrong. So when it came down to like her nephews, right? And like their relationships and them cheating on the girls or stuff like that, my mother was very vocal with like, oh, you're not right, right?
Right. Right.
So it was never siding because that's your family member. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And some people like so my mother and my aunt were completely different, but they sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like my mother would be like, "Oh, he did wrong for that." Like, no, I'm not condoning that or whatever. And yeah, like if he bring the other chick over here and the other chick come, like I'm answering the door. Like I'm not doing no, because it would be stuff like that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like my cousin would bring one girl over one week so she know where we live at, right? And then he, with another chick, you know what I mean? And so when the one chick can't find him, she matter of fact, this situation actually happened, okay? And my mother was like, she called him, and was like, come upstairs or whatever. And he like, what? She like, she at the door. And he like, oh, well, can't you? Nope, I'm not. So I said all that to say that but my mother also didn't play about you being like mouthy or like disrespectful or
Mm-hmm.
being in grown folks' business per se. So like I remember getting, popped in my mouth because my mom had a daycare and one of the kids was like acting up that day. So as soon as the parent came, like I I'm running in to tell them, like what happened. And she like, stay in a child's place or whatever. I'm like, oh, did you hate the pop in front of the lady? You know? So anyway, when I had my children, I said, well, I really understand now the children have feelings, right? And they should be able to, voice their feelings. I don't think that a child should just be seen and not heard,
Girl.
because a lot of stuff really transpired in black families. Like, we don't talk about stuff. We don't talk about the, being molested. We don't talk about, the person looking at us funny. We don't talk about being uncomfortable around the mother's boyfriend or the father's girlfriend,
Right,
or,
right.
hey, even the mother's friend. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm talking about female friends.
Yeah.
You got to watch kids around, that too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to let my kids be able to tell me how they feel, but it's always been a rule. Now, if you get too above yourself and you being disrespectful with it, I'ma shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter has always been very inquisitive. She always wanted to know why for everything. Like, but it was just like she needed to just know. Like, that's how her brain operated, and she was like that ever since she was like 2. And I remember having a friend tell me like, you're going to have problems with her because she's just too grown. And I'm like, that's not how I see that. I see that as her wanting to know.
Right.
And if it's asking me that is out of her league, then I'll tell her that's something that you don't, need to know. But I don't mind my children asking me questions. Ask.
Right.
Because if something that you need to know not to do.
Exactly.
Because I did.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, generational stuff. And I think that we get that judgmental stuff, passed on from families because, I know that I had a real judgmental great grandmother. Like, she judged everybody for everything. Oh, and don't get pregnant out of wedlock. Good. She was like, that was the biggest sin of them all. Like, wearing nail polish was a sin. Having your ears was a sin. Wearing pants was a sin. So that's why I say you got to really know what a sin is.
Yeah.
Because according to her, I'm going to go to hell at like 8. Okay? Because I had my ears pierced.
You're right. It's the old school. I know. I believe you. Yep.
And then because I was allowed to wear pants, like, it's nowhere in the scripture that say a woman has to be in a skirt or a dress at all times.
Yes, I think I was trying to look for that. I didn't see it. Nowhere in there. I didn't see it. No.
And I didn't see nothing about fingernail polish or earrings either.
No, but you know what though? Those things like that, I kind of kept it a little bit with my kids, just to scare them. I know it wasn't in the Bible. I know, but it's like it wasn't that serious. Like my daughter, even though she should not be wearing lipstick, but she was at the age she was being curious at times. But she always put my red lipstick on, and I was like, you know what that means in the Bible? It means you're a whore, and I mean men gonna look at you, and they gonna look at you weird and try to do stuff to you. And you be like. Did she ever do it again? No. She was probably like 8 years old. Like, stop putting lipstick on. Like, first of all, you shouldn't be wearing lipstick. And at 8 and red, girl, get out my stuff. Get out. But it scared her. And to this day, she's 15 now. She ain't put no red lipstick on. No, ma'am.
Well, I was kind of strict with the makeup too. And so I just said like no makeup. You can have lip gloss possibly. Yeah, I think I was cool with the lip gloss. Honey, and my daughter came home from school one day and forgot to take that eyeliner off. What's middle eyes? And she's like, and I'm like, how long you been doing this? I mean,
I did to my daughter. I allowed her to play in it because I didn't want her to sneak around in it. So she played in it, and she got tired after a while. Now she's in high school. She don't even wear it. Thank you God. Like middle school, she like maybe 7th grade, 8th grade, she was doing full face, looked like a clown, but she thought it was cute. But now she even don't even touch the only thing she do is lip gloss, and that was my whole plan. I knew she was gonna get tired of it, and she did. She'll wear it no more. So yeah, I mean, people didn't like the idea that I did that, but I had my reason behind it, and exactly what happened happened. Yeah,
I
so,
got you.
yeah.
Okay, so my personal Facebook page, you can find me under Kimberly Smith. The group page is Together We Heal for the women's group, and the business page is Diva Smiles. My email address is mydivasmiles@gmail.com.
Okay. You still sell sunglasses? Cause I know that's how I met you. Buy a pair of sunglasses.
That's coming back.
Okay, because you know I love sunglasses. Like, where are the sunglasses at? Somebody was trying to sell me designer sunglasses.
I remember you was like, I'm gonna be right there.
Yep, I love me some sunglasses, but I was trying to find some. I think last year they were trying to sell design. I'm not into. I'm not a designer person. I just want nice sunglasses for $5 to $10. I'm not spending $30 on no glasses. Cause I'm gonna lose them.
Baby, the way I use my prescription glasses every other day.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
I'm not paying. Nope. And I can't even like the crazy part is I can pick out some shades, but I cannot wear shades. So it's funny, yeah, because I'm supposed to have my glasses on now. I just so happen them today. But I have to wear them at all times. So sometimes I get my eyes a break, and I'm like, that's what I did. I had put them down, didn't put them back in my case, just in my purse. So when I got to work today and I'm looking at the computer screen, I'm like, darn it. I just need to order a couple pairs so I can have a pair at work. You know, just a couple pair. But yeah, all of that's coming back. All my whole accessory line, I'll still have the jewelry. Bringing the glasses back, bringing the purses back. Okay. Yeah, so.
Good. Yeah, you gotta get your earrings too. They was you ordered for me. You gotta get your earrings you ordered for me.
Girl, I'm about to tell you put them in the mail.
I get it, $2. I mean, if I got it, just inbox me your address. I'll put them in the mailbox.
Okay.
Yep.
And we doing a movie event. I don't know if you saw it in the group. I put it in there tonight. We're going to go see the Bob Marley movies.
Oh, you can talk about that real quick so to see if anybody else want to come with y'all.
Yeah, so we are going to go see the Bob Marley movie. I believe it's called One Love. On February the 17th at 3:25. So they'll probably tell us to be there at 3 o'clock. We're going to the movie theater in Pikesville. I cannot think of the name of the theater right now. Lord have mercy.
The black owned one? The black owned one?
Yeah, the same one we went to go see Color Purple at. Next at Cinema. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's right beside the Pike. In Pikesville. They're awesome theater. They're black owned. They're very nice. We had no complaints. You can order your stuff right from your seat and they bring it in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. I never been there before. That's good.
Yeah, so they've been there for a couple years now. And the first time that I went, I feel like I took my son to go see Fast and Furious. One of them. And I liked it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. We didn't order like any food or anything from them. As a matter of fact, I didn't order food from them when we went to the Color Purple because we were going across the street to the other restaurant. But other people ordered food, and yeah, the food is pretty good.
Okay. What's the tickets price like? Yeah. What are the ticket prices like for the tickets?
So $14.
$14? That's not bad. Nope. Not bad. Okay.
Not bad at all.
All right, I might have to check that out just because it's a black theater for one, and two,
Yeah,
start coming to your
I
seat.
love it because it is a black theater, and they were able to survive the pandemic, which a lot of places did not recover from the pandemic.
That's
So
good.
that's actually what the movie theater that was at the Rotunda originally is the
Oh, it
Cine
was
Bistro. Yeah,
okay.
like the pandemic is what made them shut down, but now they have another theater there. But to me, it's not the same. I've gone to that one. It's nice. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something about the Cine Bistro. Like it had more of a sexier, like it's really date night vibe to it.
Yeah.
This one is like for families, which I mean, okay, cool, I got that. So it kind of don't have that laid back, sexy, ness to it.
Yeah.
They still sell food. They still got the bar, all that stuff. But to me,
That's,
it's just a little different.
I haven't been there in years. They didn't have all that when I was. I went there a long time ago. They didn't have that, so it must have changed a
What?
couple times. The rotunda, they didn't have all that.
Yeah, the Cine Bistro came there. I'm not exactly sure when it came over there, but I know me and my husband had went to go see the first Black Panther there.
Okay.
So it had been there then. And like I said, once COVID hit, they lost so much money with COVID, with, being closed, the amount of time that they were, that I didn't even know that they hadn't reopened. It was when they started promoting the new movie theater, and I was like, well, what happened at Cine Bistro?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't go out often. I need to get out.
Now you gotta get over there.
I do.
They got local over there. They got so much stuff over there. Oh my gosh, you gotta go.
I think I'm plan a date with my children and take
Yeah,
a
they even got a nice little Whole Foods over there.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. Since my taxes hit, date night with the kids. Yep, that's what
Guys, go.
that's what I think I'm gonna do. Yep. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out to talk to me. And if you want to come back again for another topic, we definitely can do it. And if so, just pick.
Okay.
I got the link. You got the link. So if you want to pick a subject, and we can do this again.
All right.
All right. Thanks again. You have a good night.
Good night.
You